There is really no way. There's not even any point doing an intro on this. The game's not even finished yet. It's currently Rangers nil, Club Brugge 6. The game's still on the back, and I think it's 70 minutes at the moment. Um, I don't really know where you start with how bad that is. Probably for me, the most, as it says on the screen at the moment, the most embarrassed I've ever felt as being a Rangers fan. I think Russell Martin's tenure so far has set us back to being just a team that's going to get embarrassed consistently. And I mean, it's been all season for the opening day of the season. Embarrassed, played off the park with Motherwell. Embarrassed and played off the park with Dundee. Embarrassed on Sunday. Embarrassed last week with Club Brugge, and now this is the culmination of Everton. And for me, there's just no way out of this. I could understand Club Brugge 3-1, maybe be a hard one to overturn, but go out there, get your all. Um, but
Bit of
that's
pride.
unacceptable. That's unacceptable for a Rangers team. That's not a Rangers team either.
That never in your life is that a Rangers team. I bet as I say, go out there, play with a bit of pride, a bit of guts. I mean, show the Rangers fans something. Yet again, you told me you watched his interview before the game. He said he was going to go for it. Where's the
Aye.
evidence you for that, mate? Where is the actual evidence that you went for that tonight? You know what I mean? Yet again, rumours of players been told they're out. I mean, Nico Raskin, I don't blame you, bro. I'd be looking to get out and all because as a fan,
Honestly, see
I can't
Hamza
get
Egerman.
it.
I want to shake Hamza Egerman's
Ah,
hand at the moment for refusing to come on for Russell Martin because that is where we're at as a club and as a fan base. We are
embarrassing.
disconnected from what this is.
How are you seriously? I mean, as I said on the podcast, there's nobody really seriously here in that defence that's going to be here for a couple of years, is there? You've
Well,
got
that's a
players
big
on
problem.
contract, players on loan. See the loan model and all that kind of stuff. Going to stop it. It
Well,
just
look
what
at
I
it
want
for this
permanent fans.
instance, right? If we start for the back of the team tonight, every single one of the players won't be here next season because they're either on loan or suitors' contracts run out.
I've
So
just
there you
apparently
go.
been
That's
told.
not
Uh,
investing in your defence. That is trying to stopgap it with cheap signings to try and see you over the line. And it's been found out. It's been royally found out. I mean, like the first goal tonight. We start the game again, maybe trying to huff and puff with going forward. Asgar tries to make one run forward, gets dispossessed. That's the only time I can ever remember us actually getting in their side of the pitch, right? Um, they then get the ball, switch the play. It's three passes, maybe cross into the box, and it's a goal. It's terrible defensive work from your right back and Nasser Giga and John Souttar. Even before that, you had one ball over the top that has Magoma running and having to make a last ditch tackle. So, I mean, for the get go, your system is already flawed because Club Brugge know exactly what they're going to do.
we're gonna, and I'll just say this right now, Max Aarons, you are the biggest shite bag I've ever seen, mate. I'm sorry. You just rip that up as you put out on Twitter. Rip that up. He is a waste of space. He can't handle it. Don't you? Jersey's just too heavy for some of these players. They
It
actually,
just it
and as
just
I
shows
say,
you.
I feel sorry for Butland tonight. More importantly, I feel sorry for the away fans. They should all be in
Look at
front.
them before the game. The Flares. Look at the reception they give the team onto the field, and that's what they get. That's what they get for that. Traveling over again, as we said on Monday, traveling over, booking their holidays in that they could be doing more with, spending their own money that they work out all week for to support the team they love, and they get offered up
But
that.
as I said, the manager doesn't care about our opinion, and again, he'll come out with. We don't obviously don't know right now, but he'll come out with, oh, second half was much better. It's much better, and whatever he comes out with, it doesn't matter, mate, because this is over. This is
This
over.
is done, aye.
Nobody wanted you in the first place. Nobody wanted you or your style of player. You weren't wanted, and then we've come in, we've tried to back it. You can't back it because it's disgusting. That's a disgrace tonight. It's an absolute disgrace of performance tonight.
Aye, I mean, like there's bigger words that you can use for it.
Wow.
Of course there is, but aye, we'll speak about Max Aarons then because you bring him up as well. That's a guy that was feared to be on the pitch. That was a guy that saw his opportunity to get off the pitch and he took it because it's a straight red card in every single like game you will play. It's the last man. He knows exactly what he's got himself into there. Again, though, it's one ball over the top, and our full team is just it's like nothing was there.
Hello.
That's what it feels like. We're watching this current crop of players and under this under this system. It's just so easy to play against. I mean, it's like one or two passes, you see the Bruges guy make the run, and it's a goal. Like that's not good enough. That's not good enough for this level and this standard. I mean, this is a Club Bruges team, but who albeit are good. They are a good team. They've recruited well. They're a consistently a good team in European competition. But you can't tell me for a second if the teams that we were competing with last season were that much better than Club Brugge are. Club Brugge are a team that we should be on the level playing field. We would fancy our
Aye.
chances in the Europa League if we came up against Club Brugge at home. But this is just one of those nights where we're just getting like
Men,
royally embarrassed. It's
men
men
against
against boys,
boys.
aye.
Men against boys, and I mean it in every sense. I'm sick of watching these players just half-arse at every game. They
Aye.
don't care. They really don't care. They don't want to be successful here. You can get all the talk you want when you sign for a club and all that, and use all the words that they force feed you to say because they know it'll get the fans on side. Realistically, most of them don't want to be here. We all know you're using it as a stepping stone to get to where you want to go, Premier League and whatever. We get it. That's where we are. Understand that, but I'm sorry. I can't
You,
do this anymore, man. This is yet again where we're on here, and it's another manager where we're saying
this is
it's
the
over.
quickest we've ever done this.
I you know.
We usually do the podcast once a week. We sum up everything
Yeah,
that's happened, but it's too much a condition tonight where you have to come on, you have to speak about it, and you have to let your emotions come out because um that I mean I just I'm
emotions.
bewildered at what I saw.
I
I
don't have
mean
any emotions left. I'm numb. I'm numb to this. I'm
Rangers have done that
terribly
to
numb
you.
to this.
I mean, over the
You know what I
years,
mean?
this is just, it feels
I've
like
watched.
every single bad decision we've ever made has kind of culminated the night. We've appointed the wrong manager again. We've recruited poorly with, again, poor people in the boardroom doing that work. A lot of flack has to go their way as well. Going through
And
multiple
listen,
interviews with Russell Martin, and that's the guy you pick.
that's it. The guy that you pick and 100% spot on. But I'll go on to it as well. When Leeds as well, with thing me, they were Daniel Farker, he might get sacked. You think yourself that's crazy, but you like so. I mean, if you're talking about sacking him and he got you promotion. You better sack this guy. This guy's done nothing here. Absolutely nothing. He has to, as I say. I wish it was he was going at half time, but they want to do that.
That's what realistically should have happened. Whoever is at this game representing Rangers in the boardroom and stuff should be down there. They should be called off. Parag and Andrew be like, right, going down there and give that guy his jotters and say, right, you can sit there for the next 45, but that's you, you're done. Because I'm sorry, there is no way back. And there's a slide
But
I've put on
even
here that's summed it up perfectly. This is the biggest error that the 49ers have made so far. They're new owners, they're fresh in the club. I think we all have a bit of hope for where the club is eventually going to end up under their ownership, but they have to fix this error quick. I think that would get a lot of people proactively invested in what the 49ers are going to do at Rangers if they rectify their mistake very quickly. If they let this go on, they let him bullshit his way through another interview. And again, I cannot wait to see that interview because I'm sorry, no words can cover up for what that is
no,
tonight. Um, so that'll be an interesting one to watch. But this season is just fresh. This is not even September yet. The manager is putting in performances like that with a team that's not good enough. And I mean, look at the three that start in midfield tonight. Asgard, I've got potential in Asgard. I think under the right coach, Asgard could be quite good for us. Rothwell, how the fuck is he starting over Nicholas Raskin
ah,
after he's shown at the weekend? Cameron, aye, fair enough. He gives you that bit of something. But again, as I picked my team the other day, is he at the level to go and be in a Rangers
no.
team to beat Club Brugge? No. That's again potentially the worst
I'll
midfield
be
three we
honest
could
with you.
pick.
Be honest with you, I don't think any of these players are at this level.
Well,
I think
that's
you can.
also
I could say a Nico Raskins at this kind of Champions League level, absolutely. Maybe a Diomande when he's on his game or what have you, but
a Diomande or Raskin are actually coached right.
that's about it. Aye, that's about it. I'm just done, mate. I'm mentally done. I've had enough now. I've had an actual enough of my club just being run terribly wrong. I know it's their new in and they've, as I say, they've got it wrong with the first appointment, but they have to come out. And I mean, if it's not tonight, you can't get. I dread to think about Sunday really at this moment in time. Because
I mean, you see
it's all right for
Celtic's
us
result
last
last
night.
night.
It's all right for us last night, getting a wee laugh and a wee giggle. But I tell you what, see when it comes down to it, they're still going to go on and win Everton. They're still going to go on and have a successful season. We will struggle to finish second. I'm being honest with you, Hearts are going to finish second. Hearts are Hibs.
If
Yeah.
I'm Hearts, I'm Hibs, I'm Aberdeen, I'm even
You're
Motherwell, who
what?
playing some exciting football. I'm I'm
You're
thinking this
licking your
could be
lips.
the season. I'm thinking this could be the season.
I'm
Um,
telling you, we might be in a relegation playoff. It's not even a joke. I'm not even trying to be funny.
if
We might be.
if we stick with this after this game's done, then we very well could be. I don't even want to think. I'm thankfully we're not going to be in the country when it comes to
Aye.
Sunday's game. I got my money for that ticket while I could, which was a nice thing. But that is going to be probably if they don't make the change like imminently. That's going to be the Rangers fans against the gaffer more than the Celtic off like the team. Like that's an
Anyway,
old firm game, and the Rangers players and fans probably hate the gaffer more
I'm
than
only daring.
Celtic.
They're not even
Um,
that. Attendance. How many fans are going to turn up after that tonight?
well, that's it. It's usually one of those games.
We
It's
know
like
the
it's a
script.
showpiece game. You want to go to it, but
We
you
know the
don't believe
script.
in what this is.
You start affecting the board's pockets. That's when they really make the changes. And I would, as I say, I'd encourage most Rangers fans don't even turn up. I'm honest, don't even turn up for that because
Aye,
they don't
aye.
deserve us, mate. They don't deserve us. They keep it's every season. They keep just treating us like we're nothing. You know what I mean? We are the lifeblood of this club, and you're treating us like we don't have a clue what we're talking about.
I know, that's the biggest thing and the starkest thing you can really say about it. And I think if we go back to the selections and stuff tonight, before the game even started, the team get leaked again. The team's out there hours before kickoff. Russell Martin's commented on this before. He said it's not that big a deal. I
It
think he's
is.
trying to then cover up for somebody in the squad that's done it. It doesn't surprise me that Tavernier and Raskin are immediately dropped after these things keep coming out. I don't know if there's some stuff that's been going on in that changing room that's led to them losing their spot in the squad for maybe standing up and using their voice. Because there is no way you're going over to Club Brugge, still in the tie at the point, and benching Nicholas Raskin. I'm sorry, but that's just not something any competent football manager is doing.
No.
Um, and again,
And
there was even big alarm bells. You're what 3-0 down, and he's still trying to ask his players to play it for the back with 10 men. Like, come on, mate. At that time, just defend. Just get everybody back and defend. Damage limitation. The game's over. As soon as they score, the game's over. So just get everybody back and defend. It doesn't actually matter about the system. And the funniest thing about Russell Martin's football is see when he's abandoned the system because how bad
we
it's
get
went,
better.
and we've just tried to get a goal towards the end of the games. That's when you've seen this Rangers team actually play better.
Exactly. And that's tells you everything that doesn't work. You you know it when they work, man. You know what I mean? And it's I don't know.
That's the thing,
I
and
just
sometimes like appointments can be unpopular with half or a quarter of the fan base, and it needs to you need to win them over. This was an appointment that had to win the full fan base over, and it's now delivered our most embarrassing result. Not even probably in Scotland or whatever, just in general. I've never really felt that dejected
just
watching that first half.
just performance wise as well. You could tell they chucked it in. You can tell that they're
Aye,
just
by the
as I
fourth and
said,
fifth goals, you could tell. Aye.
as I said, that Motherwell interview, I think done more damage than good. It done way more
Now,
damage than good.
you could probably go back, reflect on that interview, and maybe understand who he was talking about a bit more, for how the next few weeks have gone. And I don't think that's something that's went over popularly with the Rangers squad. And again, they need to take a large amount of the slack because they're the ones on the pitch at the end of the day as well. But whatever he's asking them to do is clearly not working, and he's just so far out his depth. It's really as simple as that. He's so far out his depth. We literally sat here 2 days ago and spoke about this exact same thing, and no result was going to change us. I mean, see if he is in charge on Sunday and we do go and beat Celtic, will that feel like maybe like the worst feeling
Nice
old
one, right?
firm victory of ever? It probably would.
I don't care what he could do, mate. I just want him gone,
That's
as I
it.
said.
Like if even if
Once
he goes
you
and beats Celtic, there's no saving him.
uh, once you lose, as I say, once you lose the fans, there's nothing you can really do to change their mind. They want
Give
you gone. They want you
he
gone.
he said on Saturday that he or Sunday, sorry, he was more concerned about the people in house. It was the owners and all that he cared about their opinion. I would like to see if he continues with that rhetoric after this game because I'm sure if we have competent owners in the club now, it has to be. It has to be. It has to be done. It's there's no room for it could get better. It's going to do this and that.
Mm.
This is not going to work. We've seen 3 league games now, it not working. We've seen us now get embarrassed. in a playoff game where
Even
we were still in the tie. So I'm sorry, but he's
even the
lost the
Europe,
full fan base.
you've lost this, mate. And even as I say, even the games that he has won in Europe and that, like, you're still a bit like no.
Well,
As I
that's what
say,
my dad was just saying there, right? So we won 2-0 at home against Panathinaikos. We won 3-0 at home against Victoria Pilsen. We then went away and struggled against Panathinaikos. We then went away and struggled against Victoria Pilsen and were lucky, really lucky to go through in both of those ties. So this was one that was coming. You always felt it was mounting up.
it's coming definitely.
As soon as the challenge gets bigger in Europe, the beating's going to be harder. And it just culminated all in two legs of a game. And I
Even if we did go through it, I couldn't imagine to believe some of the results that we would have probably get scalped in Champions
probably a
League.
blessing in
By
disguise
the way,
because look at that.
be lucky to do it in Europa this season. I'll be honest with you.
And
I'd
that's
say
the
this
thing.
season
For
we're
me, I
struggling.
feel that we have some players that have got a good potential, a good level that they could work under a good coach and actually deliver as a Rangers team. At the moment, this team, sorry, isn't getting injected with any sense of confidence. It's not. It seems like they're all chucked it for the manager. Um, but if it's again, if we go back to the first point that we spoke about, it's so early in the season. It's still a salvageable season.
But
We can
maybe
literally just forget this
no,
ever happened and move on
no,
to something better.
no. But as I say, just already for me, it just feels done, man. It just feels like what's the point, man? You know
Aye,
what I mean?
at the moment, as you're saying, you're trying to
I
think about the
can't find
future
any.
and what you hope it will be. But
I can't find a positive. I can't sit here and tell you a single positive that I can find at the moment in time, man. As I say, you're ejected and you're numb to it because you're used. You know what I mean? You're used to just. I don't know. You're just used to this now, man. Where you're already at this position at the start of the season, and you think to yourself, right, he needs to go. And
that's
as
the
you say,
thing.
it's
Aye.
still savable. Oh, absolutely, if we get rid of him. But you just know they like to be stubborn. There's some people in that boardroom that like to just be stubborn and
Mhm.
they don't like to be wrong. You know what I mean? No, we'll persist. And then it gets to the point where it's no savable anymore. And then they're wrong. They have to admit they're wrong.
That's the
If
thing.
they,
See when you get guys in a boardroom that are at positions that they don't want to lose, getting paid sort of amount of money and that, like, aye, they won't want to come out and admit, right, we got this like drastically wrong. This isn't even like, aye, we might have picked the wrong guy. This is like drastically wrong. Like, I put out a tweet earlier when I was watching the game, and it was about Michael Beale. I never thought we would sink lower than what Michael Beale's tenure was. Um, but Michael Beale had a Twitter account that used to back himself up against fans with. And we've got a more useless and more incompetent manager than that guy.
it's mental. It's mental to think about it.
Again, it's crazy. It is crazy, but it's just it feels like the culmination of all these mistakes taking place over the years that we've
So
finally got to the point where it's its breaking point.
what's he saying after this? And a lot of positives in second half. Got a lot to work on. We're going to get better. We're going to
Again,
have to
with
go
this,
through time. See if it keeps going out that part and all. Got to go through a lot more pain before we get to away you go. I've had
aye.
all the pain I can take. You know what I mean? I want just a wee bit of something to enjoy.
Mhm.
I just can't, as I say, I can't date anymore with this absolute. He's just an absolute wally, mate. I can think of other words to say, but I don't want to say them. As I say, we could come on here tonight and be screaming and shouting, get clipped up or whatever. But no, look,
No, I think that's the wrong thing to do anyway. I think you just want to come out here and you just want to
if I be
sit and you
honest,
want
I
to
just
talk
want
about it.
to say I'm done, mate, man. I'm done, mate, because it's the same every season. We get to this point and we all know we're that's that done then. We all know it always seems to come to this point where it's always against Celtic either home or away, where it's like, right, well, this is the defining game, and then after that sort of leaves us where we are in it. And as I say, I honestly think we'll struggle to finish second if we continue with this guy.
Yep,
I'm
we will.
Hearts and all the teams, I'd be like my lips right
Well,
now.
well, look, I think you sent me the next five games that we have. So we've got Celtic, then we've got an international break. I believe we've got Hibs and Hearts maybe
Hearts,
in there. We've
um,
got a big
Hibs,
cup game as well against Hibs at home. At home,
aye,
which you would expect to
are they
be the
away?
dominant team, but Livy away is also one of those games. So, I mean, again, you've got the perfect opportunity. Sack him, just get somebody in. Again, what game would Barry Ferguson and co want to take over again? It'd be the Old Firm game, right? So that's you
Aye.
want to have somebody that you can at least get behind in the dugout,
He's on
right?
the radio or buzzing.
Aye,
If
because
you
he knows
don't
he's
know,
getting a
I'll come
phone
in.
call. He knows he's getting a
Aye.
phone call, right? So you want somebody in that dugout you can at least believe in. See if we go into the dugout with him on Sunday, I have massive like alarm bells ringing about this current setup and board, and the way we're going because there should be no way in hell anybody, even Russell Martin, with his ego and his arrogance, should be offered another opportunity to try and salvage this season. This is done. This is simply just over. And the game is also now just over as well. You've got the Rangers fans that are aye, up my arms that were on the telly there, but it's expected, as you say, you're going over there and that's what you're getting. So I don't really have anything else other to say. That game was just a sheer embarrassment. At half time, probably left me feeling the most dejected I've ever felt as a Rangers fan ever. And simply put, he has to go.
It's to me. That's it. That's the way I would. I'm just wanting to hear his interview now, and I'm going to try and no punch the telly, because aye,
I
I
swear
just
you're at,
can't.
I know. I can't stand the guy, man. And
I just
that's what he means. See if he goes and beats Celtic and he stays in post and he wins all the there's nothing that wins the fans back. I'm sorry.
see,
If
see,
he,
see if he does beat Celtic, then the Jose Mourinho. Yeah,
it wouldn't surprise me with the kind of guy
I
that he
just,
seems to
as I
be.
say, he's too arrogant for it, mate. He's too arrogant for it. Yeah, as I say, acts like he's done something in the game. What do you do but score on goals for Scotland? You know what I mean?
Mhm.
What?
That's the thing. Even as a player, he didn't have it. And then you look at his credentials that we spoke about in the last episode of the podcast, like the win rates at these other clubs. That's what the Rangers board took 7 interviews to decide if he was the guy to take us forward. I'm sorry,
I go
that
back
is
to,
just
I go back to that. What's his name? Kevin Boy. What's was it?
Kevin Thelwell.
I go back to him in the presser when they announced him, and he said a lot of positives in the Premier League. Oh, there's still a lot of positives. What's positive about getting only 12 points in the season? Or the possession stats? I
Did
don't
he
care
not
about
get beat 19 games in a row before he gets sacked or
19
something?
exactly. So I mean, you can talk about this is a problem with football now. It's all about how much we dominate the ball and all this. No, but here's the idea, mate. Just put the ball in the net and just be hard to beat. There we go. That's all I need. That's all I need. That's all I ask for you. You know what I mean? I don't care about how many times you dominate the ball and all that kind of jazz. You made the mistake. You knew you had to go and get an actual proper winner. That was it.
Aye.
They had to go and get an
That's where
actual.
we are, aye.
You know what I mean? As I say, at this moment in time, I'd take most people over this guy. But
Hmm.
I'm sorry, they had to go and get an actual proper winner, some guy that you could give the money to, and it would be smartly invested. And I tell you what, as I said, the fact you look at the back line, that to me is the biggest alarm. Like
Aye.
you've
I
got
mean, there's still no links to anybody coming in that area as well, which
no
was
links at all, but like the fact that it's mostly loan players and players that can leave at the end of the season, that's embarrassing. That's not a team that's serious. That's not a team that's going to go on and try and win league titles and try and dominate the league. You know what I mean? You can get, as I say, you can get all the talk you want about when you bring him in and oh, we're going to try and win. We're here to win. We're here to be successful. But I need to see it. I've not seen anything. Literally seen nothing. You know what I mean? And they can say, listen, I heard McCoy saying that, or the bubble, or whatever. No, listen, don't give me that part about we need to suffer a wee bit more to no, my patience is thin. I'm done, mate. Now we're all done, mate. We want to win. I want my team winning and dominating the league again. It's
this.
just had enough, mate. Had enough.
It's probably the same view that you'll share with everybody watching this video and just Rangers fans in general. Like, there's just it's enough of this shite. That's pretty much the long and short of
Where's
what.
the where's the winning mentality? Where's the winners? Where's the winners? Where's the people that have got voices? Because for what as I say, what I see and what I look at, I'm like these guys are just a bunch of losers, man. They just feel sorry for themselves. Heads go down. Nobody, I mean, nobody shouting and commanding it.
I
Like, come
mean,
on,
you seen it last
oh,
week. You seen it last week. Magoma came in for his debut day after he signed, and he's shouting at sort of. He then has a couple of training sessions, and he looks like an amateur footballer at the weekend.
sorry, we
That to
don't do
me is
that here.
Russell Martin is just ruining players that are at this club, and even
I mean,
players
I
that we've
feel for
signed.
Ant Man. I feel for Ant Man. He must think to himself, God, what have I done? You know what I
Aye.
mean? Obviously, nothing he can do about the red card or whatever, but I
That's it.
mean,
He's lost the dressing room. He's lost the players. He's lost the fans, and I would like to think he's lost the board's batting as well because it's unsalvageable. We could talk about it all night, but I feel like we need to leave it there. It's an untenable. He's done.
I want to go off this interview. I want to go and hear what
Nah.
she's.
So we'll see how many times we passed about the centre halves tonight. how many saves Jack Butland made, and it was only six in the end. So, aye, that's it. I don't have anything else to say, but let us know in the comment section with your thoughts.